This podcast has been brought to you by SeekersGuidance, the global Islamic seminary. Help us spread the light of prophetic guidance to millions around the world by becoming a monthly supporter. Make a small donation at SeekersGuidance.org/donate. For as little as $10 a month, you can help people find life-changing guidance.
La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah.
So the question is asking, we have someone in the family who's terminally ill and can't move and insists on using wet tissues to wipe for wudu instead of tayammum. Is that permissible?
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has commanded. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant them shifa and afiyah, healing and well-being, physically and emotionally and spiritually. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has commanded us in the Quran, in Surah Al-Ma'idah, the 5th surah, verse 6, that if you seek to stand to pray, then He's instructed us how to make wudu. Wash your faces, your arms up to the elbows, wipe your heads, wipe off your heads, and from where the difference of opinion come on how much you wipe, and wash your feet up to the ankles. But then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also tells us, if you don't find the ability to use water, then make tayammum. So the basis is that one washes one's limbs. And washing is to make water flow over the area that is washed. And that's ghusl. It's to, what's the difference between washing and wiping? Washing is you make water flow over the area. Right? So you wouldn't, like if I took a wetted cloth and I rubbed the table, could I say I washed the table? No. Someone said I washed the table, you'd shake your head and say, no, you didn't. You wiped it. We know the difference between washing. Washing is when you pour water over something. Right? The water flows over it. As opposed to wiping, which is when you take something that's wet and you rub it. Right? So wiping is not the substitute for wudu. When you can't make wudu, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has commanded that we make tayammum. Okay? And the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam has told us that just as Allah loves that His strict teachings be adopted, He loves that His dispensations be adopted. Okay? That sometimes, there's a general ruling, sometimes there's a more cautious thing that one can do. And that's beloved to Allah, right? So, you live alone, you had some friends over, and now there's $10 on the dining table. You don't know if it's yours. It's your house though. Maybe you forgot, right? Because you're a forgetful person. Maybe it's your money, but you're not sure. So there you decide $10, it won't bankrupt you, give it in charity. Or you ask your friends, did anyone leave some money? No, everyone says, no, I don't think so. But you decide to be careful, you give it in charity. And that caution is beloved to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But just as caution is beloved to Allah in the right way, similarly, when things are difficult, taking an accepted dispensation is also beloved to Allah. Such as Allah has instructed that if you're not able to use water, either because there is no water, or the water is there, but you're not able to use it without hardship or difficulty. Then, فَتَيَمَّمُوا, Allah has given you that permission, then make tayammum. And this is rahmatan bikum, as the Prophet ﷺ expressed it, out of mercy for you. Right? So we should embrace that mercy and be grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right? And be grateful to Allah who tells us, وَمَا جَعَلَ عَلَيْكُمْ فِي الدِّينِ مِنْ حَرَجٍ. Allah has placed no hardship for you in matters of religion. Right? So, we point the person towards doing so. And one is not missing out at all. Because the Prophet ﷺ taught us, and you can find the hadith in the chapter of intention in Riyadul Salihin, that the one who is sick or traveling, so they're not able to do everything that they were able to when they were healthy or when they're resident, has the full reward of what they would have done were they healthy or resident. So you're not missing out. So if someone is sick, if they make tayammum, they're not losing out on the reward of wudu. Why? Because if they're able to, their intention is, if I could make wudu, I would do so. Full reward is written. A person is sick, they're not able to go to Jumu'ah, but they're genuinely sick. They're not just feeling a bit lazy. You have the full reward of Jumu'ah. That's the amazing generosity of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Let's say you are unwell, right? You're unwell and not able to pray standing. You have the full reward of praying while standing. Because your intention is, if I could stand, I would do so. You have the full reward. That's the generosity of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us of those who take advantage of both the opportunities for caution when we are able to, and who embrace the dispensations that Allah has given us soundly when we are in difficulty or hardship. And may we be grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala both in the opportunities of caution and in the opportunities of ease, grounded in sound understanding of the guidance of our beloved Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Wa salli wa sallim wa barik alayhi wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam. Walhamdulillahi rabbil alameen.
لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله.
Thank you for listening. This podcast was brought to you by Seekers Guidance, the Global Islamic Seminary. Visit SeekersGuidance.org to access reliable Islamic knowledge taught by qualified teachers. We offer a wide range of courses, podcasts, articles, and a world-class answer service. Support us in spreading free, reliable Islamic knowledge to millions around the world by becoming a monthly supporter. Visit SeekersGuidance.org/donate and make a small monthly commitment today. Our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, said, "Whoever guides someone to goodness will have a similar reward." So don't forget to share this podcast and spread prophetic guidance.